Welcome to Conestoga's News Force 6. I'm Mike Zakshevsky.
And I'm Alex Dinley. We have a great show lined up for you all today. Starting off, Matt Adams is going to take a look at the non-existent lives of those who suffer from video game addictions.
Then we're going to take a look with Maggie Sagunas at Renee Paquette, who works at the Score television network in Toronto.
And then Tim Moore hopes to catch the next star of the future as he checks out Conestoga's open mic night.
It's going to be a good one.
All right, here we go.
Microphones, guitars, and alcohol. But not enough to bring people out to the third open mic this semester in the sanctuary at Conestoga College. Justin Singer talks about how more people could come out and participate.
You know what? It's harder to school at Conestoga. It's such a commuter school. There's a lot of people don't come back at nighttime, but I think maybe some more promotion through residence, because there's a lot of people living in residence, and it's not that far to walk back over, you know? So I think that could be really, really big, and I mean, there's already posters and stuff around the school.
With the maximum amount of people at the event peaking at 20, it doesn't bring down the performers' spirits.
You know what? I just think this is a wicked experience, and it's a wicked thing to come and watch. There's a lot of really, really good performers here, and people should really come out and start watching because they're missing on talent. And one day when one of us gets famous, and you'll be like, oh, they were at my school, I never saw them. Well, joke's on you.
I guess you could say the popularity for open mics are... For Conestoga News Force 6, I'm Tim Moore.
Everyone enjoys getting free stuff, right? Well, Maggie Sagunas caught up with the Score's Renee Paquette, and that is her entire job. Whether it's Raptor tickets or Mr. Sub coupons, that girl gives away stuff at a rapid pace. Take it away, Maggie.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with the one and only, the beautiful, the unique, the outgoing, the amazing Renee Paquette in the Score studios. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you for wanting to speak to me. I feel privileged.
Okay, so just kind of just want to get some background information on you and see how you became this outstanding TV talent that everybody wants to just grab at.
Really?
Really. I also heard that you were in Kelly Clarkson's
Yes.
Behind These Hazel Eyes video.
I was. That was one of the first jobs I ever booked, was doing her music video, which was really cool. We were with the director, Joseph Kahn, who's like a big music video director. I think he's done some films as well, but yeah, it was really cool.
Would you ever consider doing any more music videos, kind of like maybe a 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg?
No, I don't want to be like that video girl, but I totally would, because I'm a huge music fan. So if it I would probably do anyone's music video, let's be honest.
What school did you go to actually to kind of throw yourself into this field? I heard you didn't really go to...
Yeah, I didn't really do the regular method, which you guys are doing, which is probably for the best to be doing that, because... Well, out of high school, I went and started studying at Second City doing comedy and improv, which was great because that totally padded me to come in and to be doing live TV and to be doing interviews, to kind of, be thinking and be able to string a sentence together, which is great. Because at that point I was studying method acting as well, and then I got into the hosting side of things, and then at that point I thought about maybe going and getting a broadcasting or journalism degree. But decided I'd rather just hand out demo reels and go and try and get a job instead. And it worked out.
Perfect.
Yeah, it did. I had never hosted anything before. My first job hosting was at Byte TV. I was hosting a show called Rippin' It and Lippin' It, where I do band interviews and total nonsense. And then I moved here to the Score.
So speaking of Byte TV and Rippin' It, Lippin' It, you were kind of the queen of that show. What was your all-time favorite experience working on that show?
Probably interviewing Gwar.
Really?
Yeah, Gwar, if you don't know, they're like this crazy intergalactic rock band and they're in monsters, and like Jim Henson kind of costumes. I went down to interview them, and it was like literally 5 minutes before they went on stage. Probably that, and I went skydiving for the show too, which was really cool. And the pillow fighting league. When I fought a woman that was 6'3", like 200 pounds, and I won.
You won.
I won.
Yeah. So what you're saying is not going to university and not actually taking the traditional way will land you an awesome hosting job on Byte TV, taking down 6'3", 200-something pound women and then becoming this all-time huge sensation on the Score. So you've been at the Score since September, so
Yeah.
you're still kind of the newbie around here.
Yes. It's always weird. I mean, it's the same as working anywhere, and you have to, you're the new person, you're trying to figure out who everybody is, what your role is, trying to kind of carve your own path somewhere. So,
What do you want to do in the next 5 years? Where is Renee Paquette
oh
in 5 years?
gosh. I don't know, hard to say. I mean, I think if I was asked that 5 years ago, I don't think that I would be here doing this. But at the end of the day, for me, I mean, I get a lot of my inspirations from people like Chelsea Handler is a huge, huge inspiration for me. And like the Sarah Silverman's, like sort of that like dry comedy that they have and like that wit to them. So I would like to have a show like Chelsea Handler's one day. I'm happy where I am right now, and the thing with acting is you have to wait for auditions and you have to wait for things to come up. But with this, I think you can take your career into your own hands a little bit more, and it's easier to create things. And yeah, you can definitely take more control over it. That's
there you go.
where.
That's Renee Paquette in a nutshell, everybody. Thank you again so much for taking
Thank
the time
you.
to talk to me.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot, guys. Back to you guys in the studio.
For many people, video games offer a fun way to unwind and just kick back. But there's a lot of people that get a little too into their video games to the point where they become addicted. And our own Matt Adams checks out those people and what they struggle with. Take it away, Matt.
They're everywhere, from your home television, your computer, and even on your cell phone, and can take up hours of your day. But why do some people spend hours on end playing video games? According to the Journal of Psychiatric Research, desires to play video games create the same brainwaves as cravings in drug users, which can lead to dependency and neglecting other needs in order to make it to the next level or reach a higher score. In fact, in extreme cases, some people have died from neglecting simple needs like eating, drinking, and bathing. And in a recent case, one couple neglected to feed their child in order to raise a virtual one. The most notable offender for addiction is the Blizzard game World of Warcraft, which sets users in a fantasy world where they can farm, battle, and live alternate lives. Eric Rowe has been playing World of Warcraft since it was released in 2004 and says that he uses it as an escape from his reality.
Basically, I used to get into everything, but about 5 years ago I got hooked on World of Warcraft, and that's pretty much all I play or do. So, alright, well, because I have a job right now, basically when I get home from work I play it until I go to sleep, so that'd be like 8 p.m. to like 3 a.m. And that's the weekdays. The weekends pretty much all day. It's pretty good escapism, really. I mean, I work in a job that I hate 9 hours a day, and then I come home and I just kind of not want to think about my job or Cambridge.
Oh, hi there. Perhaps the most commonly played game in teens and young adults is the first-person shooter, like Halo and Call of Duty, which often put the user in a heroic situation where they must save the world.
These games also have online modes that pit players against other players to prove who is best, and often has a system of leveling up to keep users playing to unlock more weapons. Of course, you shouldn't be going out and burning your video games.
Oh man.
As like all things, they should be enjoyed in moderation. For Conestoga News 4-6, I'm Matt Adams.
Well, that about wraps things up for us for this week. I hope you enjoyed the show. If it was acceptable quality to make it to YouTube, that is.
Yeah, and tune in next week where we're going to have some great stories to show you if it makes it to YouTube.
Yes,
Yeah.
ideally.
Yeah.
So anyway, we hope you guys all have a great week. For Conestoga News 4-6, I'm Alex Steinley.
And I'm Mike Zajewski, signing off.
Have a good one.